Hi y'all, Deathminder here, coming with another video about the APK. As a reminder, I am a member of the Netmarble Star Creator Club, so I do have access to the APK. Please note, as it shows here on the screen, this is not a final build update. All in-game items, including their names, price, and descriptions, are subject to change in the official release. What I want to talk to you about today is Loki, the King of Jotunheim. What we want to know is he worthy of being a king? The king that we deserve. So we want to do first is take a look at him. His build, I mean, obviously he looks awesome. Great job there. And we can look at his skills. His tier 3 is, it's pretty standard tier 3. He does 8% of all defenses, stacks up to 70%, ignores target dodge rate for 12 seconds by 80%, 80% chance to penetrate, increases all attacks by 40%, crit rate by 40% for 10 seconds. It's a typical tier 3 as far as in the stats on it. His passive to self is 50%, increase to skill and bonus damage by 25%. This skill here is his freeze. It's not, an amazing skill, but it's there. Here he's got his burn damage, which you're going to need that for your people who like to play Alliance Battle. He has incapacitation. Here's where he gets a 50% increase of his all attacks on the 4. That lasts for 10 seconds. That's a pretty good amount of time. On the 5, it also deals burn damage. Does it decrease of all defenses, but that's only up to 40% on that one. But does have invincible, plus it has the 50% for 2 attacks, and that lasts for 10 seconds. So I need 2 attacks in those 10 seconds. It's pretty good. His passive to self is 30% energy attack. His leadership is mind resist, so nothing special there. Right now, of course, since this is the APK, they build these characters out to the max. So as you can see, he's got all Odin's blessings. So one thing to keep in mind, so any damage that you do see, if any game content I play, is going to be reflective of not only the stack build on him, obviously, with the Odins, but also the card stats. And we'll look at the card stats here in a moment, so you'll know that he may not perform as well once he goes live. I didn't bother changing the card stats this time. It's the final APK. I just didn't really want to go through the hassle. They didn't really give us all that much gold either, 5 million gold. But I don't really want to go through the hassle of changing it this time. There are other star creators. I know Beast Mode Gaming, he's going to be changing the cards, for example. So you can check him out. He'll show you what a more closer approximation of what it'll be like on your live account. I'm doing this more just to see how he plays and how much fun he has and the damage he does in comparison, maybe with other characters on the APK. So what they put on him was a brilliant CTP of Transcendence. Obviously that's because, the clone thing, and Loki's always been Transcendent, so I'm not going to bother taking it off for him for this, especially with all the card stats. For his uniform effect is, it enhances the effect of Trickster and Mischief of Magic, and increases chain hit damage by 10% while he's attacking. So that's a pretty good upgrade with the 10% chain hit over what he had before. As far as uniform effect. Now the cards, like I said, to 100% show you, obviously these cards are Omega, Whale, hit the lottery jackpot cards that most of us will never see in our lifetime. So they do affect the stats a lot. So as you can see, the all attack is, what is that? 84 all attack, which I think is more than my all attack and energy attack combined. But 84 all attack plus 54 energy attack, so we're rocking 138.7. So that's a lot, obviously, and 25% penetration. So you got to keep that in mind when you see the damage, whether, be good, maybe even bad, I don't know. But you got to keep that as in your mind that these are amazing cards. So I'm just going to go through the skill preview just to get a look at what his skills look like. They really do look cool. Played with them a decent amount last night in the APK on Twitch. So it was a lot of fun. He's actually my favorite change the update. It doesn't make him necessarily means he's the strongest one or the weakest one. It just means he's the one I like the most. He's rocking the sword. You don't get the staff anymore. So we got the one skill. That's the freeze. So like I said, this skill, of all the skills, is probably not the most amazing skill. Then for the 2, that's his own beam. It's not a V-pad, so you have to stay in place. But you can see that puts the burn damage on him. Still looks good. 3, he just kind of jumps up and down and lands it on him. So they are incapacitated. 4, that's his clone skill. So you wait for all 4 of the clones to come out and then they shoot. Normally you want them to shoot the target you're facing, but so they shoot him. And you can go around and do other skill attacks once the 4 clones pop out. Kind of think of like a Doctor Strange. You know, once the clones come out, then you can do whatever you want. They'll take care of their own business. Then we got the 5th skill, which is a pretty cool skill. Does a good amount of damage. So what I've been liking to do, or did last night, I'll play with them more today, but what I did last night was I would do the 4, get out his guys, do the 2, then that, for the damage. Now again, I don't have them all perfectly stacked up, but that's the idea. Just do, maybe if I do it from this side. So we'll do clones, 1, 2, 3, 4, do my 2, except for, the one thing I did notice about that is it does knock you not knock you, but you jump back a little bit when you're doing the 2, so I may stop doing it just for that very reason. But here's my favorite part. Here we've got the tier 3 skill. Look at this, like a boss. Changes into all of his outfits. It drops the mic, or the cup in this case. And that's pretty cool, man. The one thing that's good is that you can cancel out the tier 3, so what I'll do is turn off the SFX. And you still get a tier 3 animation, but it's going to be different since, you know, you're not having the full. But it's not that bad. It's still a really cool attack. So we're just going to build up to the tier 3. Get it out as soon as we possibly can. Okay. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do the tier 3, but I'm going to cancel it midway. Let the pillars all come down, then I cancel it. As you can see, you can still do other attacks at the same time. But it still looks cool. This time I'm going to let the tier 3 play out so you can see what it looks like without the SFX. I mean, for a non-SFX tier 3, it is still really cool. He still does the changes. The one thing I'm not clear on yet, it's going to take a little bit more practice, is that when I'm canceling it, it looks like it resets the hit counter, but I still think you get the same number of hits. But, you know, obviously if you're not seeing the hit counter keep going up, it may appear that he doesn't. But I'm pretty certain that that's how it works. But as you can see, he's like way cooler than he ever was before. I mean, he was a strong character, but I think this is the best that he's looked as far as in skill animations for sure. Alright, so what we'll do is let's go into a little world boss. Let me see, I think we'll do Cull. What do I have here? Obviously 99 is too high. Let's drop down to, I don't know, with these cards, let's just try 60, I guess. The one thing that's hard to tell is yet you have the cards, so you have the penetration, and that obviously helps you. But then the fact that you also don't have as much of the valor and resist. Like I see I have 0 resist and 0 valor. The one thing I don't know, not being any mathematical computation, is what's better? What's the difference? How much does it change? So it's really kind of hard to say. Like when someone takes their cards off today, like Beast, then they go up against this boss. They're not going to be able to do a higher stage like this because of the fact that their valor will be so low, and then they won't have the penetration to overcome it. So I don't know. I wish we knew what the difference was. Maybe someone out there does. They could tell me. I'd appreciate it. Alright, so we're just going to go on with this team. I'm going to go in with no strikers first. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up. Just got to switch characters first. I'm going to do the 3, the clones. They fire 4. I'm doing the 2 after this time, that way I can know. Now, one of the negatives, as you can see already from Loki, is he does not have a heal. So without a heal, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to do higher level bosses. You might want to bring a healer along with you. Okay, I can't do him out of range apparently. I think he actually got. I think he can jump out of the attack radius, but still, this is not bad for a level 60 with a brilliant trance, considering the low valor and resist, or no. I think there's no resist. I'm gonna try to go in for the tier 3. I'm gonna cancel it. Go to the clones. And the 5. And we're going to do our own laser beam. That's pretty good. As you can see, I mean, that's level 60. So we can try a little bit higher boss. Level. Let's go up to, I don't know, let's see if he... It's kind of rough. I don't know if I want to go up 20, but oh, why not? Still going to use no strikers. Drinking on stream. Except for this is a YouTube video. As you can tell, I don't make many. At least not yet. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Switch. We're going to do the 3. Use the clonies. Switch to that. Still doing pretty good. Alright, we're about to do the tier 3. Let's go. Cancel it out now. Alright, still doing pretty good. So this is where I think that the penetration is pretty much doing it for you. Imagine if you had a heal. How much better he would be. We're going to do the tier 3 here. Alright. So he's actually burning through just about the same. I can't move. Where am I? There we go. Not that far behind. Probably going to die here because I don't have a heal. Alright, let's do the tier 3. Cancel out of it. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have. Oh, I died. I guess the haha is on me. But still, he's doing it. So we did 80, and that's what there's a brilliant CTP. I don't want to take the trans off of him for this, but I'm imagining, I think you've seen it from a couple of other people that even without the trans, and you switch it over to I believe it was a rage that Vader G did, Loki still can kick some pretty good butt. So, to me, when we're thinking about is he the king we deserve, I want to say yes. When you look at where he came from, what he was capable of doing before this uniform, it's not even close. He may not. I still don't know how high up in the meta he's going to be, but to me it's going to be a big jump, and that's what I'm always looking for, is a character to take a pretty big jump. That's one of the things you're probably seeing about Thor, where some people are saying he's really great. I mean, some people are a little disappointed, but in the case of Thor, he was already strong, so his jump was not going to be as big. So you see a lot bigger with Loki, and I'm sure y'all have really seen it with Valkyrie. So keep an eye out for her. She's looking really strong. Overall, I am very happy with Loki. He is a lot of fun to play, and I'm very satisfied. I'd like to hear what y'all think. Do y'all think he does? You're happy with some of the damage you're seeing? If there's people you watched that did change their cards, what you see me do here. If you like the animations, if you don't, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy. I will be streaming the APK tonight on Twitch. You can go to twitch.tv/deathminder. I'll be streaming at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. We'll take him out for some more of his paces. Probably going to go up against Null to see how he does there. Hopefully I can get in some Galactus play. And I hope to see y'all there. I want everybody to be safe, and y'all have a great day.